Hello again, everyone. This is Game Collector here, and this week I have the very last of the Autobots. Well, the individually sold Autobots that I own. And he is also the last of the Elite Guardsmen that I own, and it is Ultra Magnus. He's a very large weapons carrier, obviously. I forgot the exact name of the model he is, but it is based quite loosely off of a real-world vehicle that they have used on and off. Let me adjust the camera. He has 8 wheels in total. Yes, they all roll, and he rolls quite well on this flat surface. As for his vehicle mode gimmick, first you pop that open. Fold those out. I'm not sure how well this is going to show up on camera, so I may have to do a side shot instead of a front. There we go. I always hate doing the little mini guns up front, or machine guns, or whatever those are supposed to be. And that is a side view with all of his guns out in vehicle mode. And from the other side. I'm pretty sure he's not trying to overcompensate for anything. Nor does he have more ammunition than Primus. Also, this little red thing right there, he doesn't have one on this side, and we're about to find out why. This little red nub, it activates his lights and sounds gimmick. Hope you caught that, at least the sound. I'm going to fold all this back up now, because now I'm going to transform him. And also to transform him, I'm going to have to take a part off of him, because it's going to be important for his robot mode later. Oh, pardon me. Oh, that's as closed as it gets. So I'm going to keep that open. I'm going to start by pulling these down, spreading this back part out a bit, and removing that block, because that block is important. Those who already own this toy might know why. Those who don't are obviously watching this, so they'll know if they want this or not. It also helps if you keep that up and keep these folded back, or at least folded diagonally. And let's see. Well, I'm going to fold these back so you can see some of the top-down process right here, because he is fairly complex for a previous leader class toy. So you basically fold those flaps up, these up here, pull that tab back, and we're done with this area for now. Pull these back yet again. And underneath there you can see a good chunk of his robot kibble. Now you want to pull these flaps out just a bit for now. Then we're going to go down here to his crotch. Oh, crotch shot. Yeah, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And fold those in like so. Now we go back here and fold out what will become his legs. This is not easy when you're doing it with one hand. Trust me. And then you flip out his feet, which I always forget to fold back in when I'm changing him from robot to vehicle. I always forget to do that. Well, not always, just mostly. And then you have to rotate these in so he'll actually have backs of legs and thighs. And my background is slowly starting to undo itself and not want to participate properly. So I will set him down for a moment. I'm using a couple of props to keep the background in place, but Ultra Magnus is ridiculously huge. And I'm not sure I'll be able to do... I only have one more leader class figure left before I'm stuck doing Voyagers for the rest of my days. I might do a Supreme, but then that'll mean I'll have to ditch the background and you'll have to be looking at the wall again. And lastly, with the legs, you take his rear lights and fold them down. And now he can stand up. And you're looking at his lower legs. I think I might have to raise the stack for now, because of how unbelievably tall he is. So... Yep. That happened. I got some more, hold on. I apologize for the temporary delay, but, you know, stuff happens and you don't expect it and you... Yeah. Okay, now you just pull his arms straight out. So it looks something like this. Oh, look, there's his head. Then you split them, rotate them like so, but we're not done. So you rotate them so they're facing up. You will have to mess with his backpack because he has no heels. Also, you have to swivel this into place in a similar manner that you have to put his shins in, and it doesn't want to cooperate. Right there it goes. Now I have to do it again on this side, and to be quite honest, I actually like his arms like this. They could just have lowered them a bit, and then he actually would have had shoulders. Okay, let's make this real easy. I'm just going to do this, and you're about to hear the sweetest sound in all Transformers. Oh, that sound. Best sound ever. The G1 transformation noise. There we go. Now that shoulder is in its proper alignment. And... and you get to hear it again. And now you can fold up his backpack, which doesn't like to be folded up in this position because now he's back heavy and will want to fall over a lot. Also, I can remove some from the stack now. There you go. And if you remember, This is what came off of the back of his vehicle mode. Unfold that, and there, now he has the Magnus hammer. And before it was named, and before it was given the official name of the Magnus hammer, it was referred to as Mjolnir, because if he struck the ground with the bottom tip, it would cause lightning to rain down, which was pretty awesome. Unfortunately, Ultra Magnus didn't really do much in the animated series, and was kind of a jerk. Kind of. He didn't really like Optimus Prime, to be quite honest. Not the way Sentinel didn't like Optimus Prime. They both disliked him in different ways. And yes, he does talk. He says 3 phrases, and you just press the Elite Guard insignia on his chest, and we'll start this off. Hopefully you'll be able to hear him. His eyes light up, his chest lights up, and I can manually move his head. And his brow kind of tilts to the left when his head is all the way up. So he doesn't always have a straight expression on his face, because right now his brow is tilted to his right. Okay, let's get this started.
Ultra Magnus here. Don't be a hero, Optimus. It's not in your programming. We must return the Allspark to Cybertron. Ultra Magnus here.
And it just loops from that on. I do not like the Optimus Prime quote. Again, if you watch the second season, things get better. At least for Optimus, but really, they're just... This toy is great, I just don't like the character. At least the animated version's interpretation of the character. And yes, you can go and bring out all of his guns, which I will be putting away, by the way, so I can show off his posability. Even though he really doesn't have much in the way of posability, because Leader Class will fall over and topple the rest of your toys. And there he is, with all the guns sticking out in robot mode, which actually gives him a good amount of upper body balance now. And again, since these things will lean in forward and shoot at one another, so I'm just going to fold those damn things back in. I think he looks better without them anyway. And the only way to get the guns to light up is to make him talk, which is very, very dumb. They should have given, like, another button on his body or something, or just moved the button on his vehicle mode up somewhere so you could just press it and you'd still get the gun noises without having to make him talk and the guns light up and stuff. But whatever. Yeah, another reason why I'm going to fold his arms the way I like them, or at least the shoulders, to have them at a diagonal angle like so, so the gun tabs don't get in the way of his shoulders. Yeah, they're sticking out a bit now, but at least these things don't get in the way. Whatever. I'll put him back to normal since I'm going to be putting all of his crap away anyway. And yes, I'm even going to remove the hammer. Set that off to the side for now. Okay, his shoulder, if you can actually call that a shoulder, is on a ratchet, 360 all the way around. And it can go in and out. And again, his shoulder isn't on his shoulder is on his back. Yeah. He also has an elbow. Doesn't have a bicep swivel, but he does have jointed hands. And by jointed hands, I mean 4 out of 5 of his fingers move separately from it. The thumb does not move. Whoa! A little shaky there. Put this other thing away. The little skirt moves so he can spread his legs out about that far. He does have a thigh swivel or knee swivel or something, and his knee can bend quite a bit, actually. That's quite a bit decent for a leader class. He does not have a waist joint at all. His head can turn, but after a certain degree, it doesn't like to go past this. I have one other leader class, and I may have mentioned in a previous review, it's not Bulkhead. And while that leader class does have a turnable head, I'm going to mention it right now, and just to get it out of the way, I won't be turning his head in that review. And I'll be mentioning why in that review as well, so that's for something later completely. And I suppose he has something of a toe joint based on transformation, but it doesn't really do anything useful or anything at all. And yeah, he also can't hold his hammer straight out, and if you do try to make him do that, he looks kind of wonky because of his shoulders being placed so far back. His anatomy is really off. And while I do not have the headmaster unit, it can just snap on over him, over his head, and it doesn't change anything he says, it just pops on his head and lights up. That's it. Sadly, I can't demonstrate it to you because I don't have a leader class bulkhead. And so that's it for my Autobot reviews. Coming soon, Decepticons! A bunch of them. Well, not really, just one of them twice, and Starscream Sponge Square. And of course, the big awesome helicopter guy. Well, that's all I have for now. I will see you all next week with another review. Until then, later.